just wanted to do a quick video for you, and basically this video is about that might help. Hi guys, sorry about that, blooper for you. Today I want to do a quick video, and what you're looking at right now is my desktop. I know it's messy, it's got so many icons and whatnot. I hope you like the artwork. It's one I did myself. I'm gonna be talking to a couple of t-shirt companies about printing this up for myself. And pretty much what I'm going to be talking to you about is gaming applications or gaming apps. And these are just some of the apps I use to help get a little bit more performance out of my computer without overclocking. Now, without going into too much as to what is overclocking, basically what overclocking is, you're taking a graphics card, you're taking your memory, you're taking your CPU, and you're altering the timings on it, you're altering the voltages on it, you're altering the memory on it, on the graphics card that is, so that you can get a little, just 5, 6, frames per second increase on your graphics card. Can make all the difference in games like Black Ops 2, Battlefield, and in some instances even World of Tanks. Even though World of Tanks only utilizes single cores, which is kind of a shame. I would like Wargaming to come out with a multi-core version of World of Tanks where I've got one core dedicated just to map detail, one core dedicated just to tank detail, things like that. That would be so much better. But we're going to look at the software side. Now, I know some people look at, when they hear the words overclocking, they're like, ooh, I don't know what I'm doing. And so they Google videos and they go to tech websites and they get all the information that they can. But unfortunately, that information is aimed at people who know what they're doing. This video is aimed at those who don't have a bloody clue, who are completely useless at overclocking. So, what we're going to do is we're going to pull up your favorite internet browser. For me it's Firefox. And we're going to look at a program called AI Tweaker. I believe this is the website. That's the Tom's Hardware. Here we go. I know it's Republic of Gamers. Maybe not. Anyway, there's software programs out there like AI Tweaker that will take a look at what your computer can do, its maximums, its minimums, your current airflow sensors, things like that. I also used to use a program, I'm not sure if it's even around anymore. I know the website is, but this is another website I go to called guru3d.com. They have a whole bunch of articles and downloads and various things you can get to. Generic tools, utilities, things like that. This is what we're talking about today. We're talking about the software side. So websites like guru3d.com, Republic of Gamers, these guys make motherboards and various things like that. So we're just not look at those. But what I'm going to talk about now is there are certain aspects in video games that make you more immersed into the video game. One of which is graphics. The other one is something most people don't think about, but that's sound. Now, there are multitudes, a plethora of sound cards out there, a plethora of sound enhancers, one of which is DFX. Now, this is a paid program. You have to pay for this. This is I got it on sale for $15, but you can it retails usually for about $30. Now, what this does, if I can get it to pop up. Holy cow. That is a lot of them. Oh, that's right, because I have a different audio enhancer going on right now. Okay, well anyway. That's one audio enhancer, DFX. I'm not a big fan of it because it doesn't help with video games, unlike another one called Razer. Now Razer, of course, make mouses. As you know, I actually have a gaming mouse. I have a Razer Death Adder 3.5G left-handed edition. Thank you to a very generous live streamer who donated it to me. And I use a Sharkon Skiller keyboard. Now, the reason why I prefer Sharkton over Razer keyboards is because Sharkton keyboards have rubber grips on the WASD keys, so things like first-person shooters, games that use WASD, as it's called, as main force control, you've got better control over it. Also, they have replaceable keys for your arrow keys. If you're don't like WASD, but you like the arrow keys, like I used to. Way back in the day when I was playing Combat Arms, I used to hate using WASD. I used to use my arrow keys, but I've now switched over to WASD thanks to Water Tanks. Well, here is a program called Razer Surround Sound. Now, this is free. You can download it for free, but Razer will start to charge you $20 eventually. Right now, it's free because they're doing a charity event, which is you can donate any amount from a penny to $20, and you get the program for free. They will send you a serial key. You install the key, and the program is yours forever. Okay. However, since how I bought a Razer, how I got a Razer mouse and registered it and whatnot, they gave me Razer Surround Sound for free. But you can download it for free. Here, I'll bring up a Firefox. Go to their products, go to software, right there, surround sound. And it says, I tell you, Razer Surround Sound for Child's Play charity. They've raised $23,000 just on donations alone. But this is where you can get the program. It is completely free. As you can see price, free. It is completely free, guys. It's for Windows 7 and Windows 8, so if you're using Windows XP or anything like that, I'm sorry, it sucks for you, but if I were you, I'd get Windows 7. Stay away from Windows 8. But yeah, it's completely free, and as you can hear, we're testing the surround sound. So you can select from all of their headsets they sell, their speaker systems that they sell, but they also carry generic headsets like this one. So click next, and this is where we calibrate our surround sound. And there we go. And then we just click experience, and we get a flyby of a helicopter flying over us. And there you go. You click finish and you're done. Click OK. You now have 7.1 surround sound on a stereo headset, which again, it also covers USB headphones. As you can see, this program is very nice. It's free. Razer also offer various other programs like Razer Gaming Booster, another nice little software program that will help boost the performance of some of your games. For example, right here, it's scanned my system. It's found Pox Nora and Dawn of War 2 Retribution so far. You can also have it diagnose your systems. It has tweaks, defrags, drives, screen capture software. I don't suggest you use this screen capture software. It's pretty heavy on the video quality, but you can use it if you want to. If you don't want to pay for using, say, something like XSplit, like I am right here, Again, I use XSplit to record my YouTube video footages for World of Tanks and various things like that. But again, that's one thing that people don't seem to understand, that people always seem to overlook, is software. Software is the heart of your computer as much as hardware is the bone. So you have to understand, if hardware is the bones, the body, software is the blood. How many people die from blood disease? How many computers can die from viruses? Again, guys, you just have to play safe. And again, always have security. I have currently running Avira antivirus right now, and I'm using a hardware firewall that's built into my router. I'm not going to show it to you, but again, these are the 4 programs I use from Razer: Game Booster, Razer Surround Sound, Razer Comms to chat, and Razer Synapse. Now, Razer Synapse is a program that incorporates all. You have to download them all separately, but it's kind of like a hub. It'll let you access all of the programs immediately. Like for example, the Synapse here lets me do my surround sound and my Death Adder mouse controls and macros, things like that, which is really good. Again, we can click on Diagnose and Analyze, and it'll start analyzing your system and see. Let it just splurt out all of that. Drivers, you name it. As you can see, guys, right here, just going stir crazy, and it will save it to a text file that you can read. So then that way you can see what areas of your hardware need looking at. It covers temperatures, it covers everything. But then again, you can also get monitoring software that will monitor your fan speeds, your CPU temperature, your RAM temperature, your graphics card temperature, and you can have those running. I don't suggest you use the Windows widget one. Under gadgets, this one, I suggest you don't use this gadget because it's completely clueless. It has no idea what's going on. It's a bare bones sensor reading. And again, you know, you can get some free programs. Let's take a look at generic benchmarkers. Now, these programs like Sandra, which you do have to pay for, Black Hole Benchmark, Ada64, that one tests just solid state hard drives. PC Mark Vantage, PC Mark 7, Prime 95 tests your processor. Here you go, this one will test your x64 rendering and compression format, which is something I do need to run because I do save my videos as x264, and I have noticed a really bad bunch of pixelating in my videos, unfortunately. Monitor tests, performance tests. Oh yeah, you can just download them, you know, give them a try. Eventually one may stick out and you may end up liking it more than the rest. Generic utilities. Okay, this is your hardware info program, that's good. CPU-Z is another one. AMD Overdrive, I don't suggest you get that unless if you're running an NVIDIA card, that won't work, but if you're running an AMD, it will. Where is it? Drive Sweeper, Real Temp. So AMD Bulldozer, Mozilla 9 Firefox, which is the latest beta version of Firefox. I'm using Mozilla 8, I believe. Again, Sandra, Firefox 7, Core Temp, Spybot Search and Destroy, CPU-Z, Google Chrome, Guru 3D, Core Temp. There's a whole bunch of programs that you can use in various stages. There was, I just can't remember its name right now, and it's gonna bug me until I find it again. But I used to use it to overclock my NVIDIA graphics cards, software wise, and which is cool. Now again, I'm running a Radeon card, so let's take a look at what Radeon will let you overclock with. You can always go to Performance, AMD Overdrive. Mine's enabled, as you can see. I know these temperatures are really only 39 degrees Celsius, and it's 26% activity. Fan speed is set at 100%. Again, you can tweak the memory, get your high performance clock memory up, your GPU settings up. I don't suggest you do it with I mean, this card is bare bones card. It will barely play Black Ops 2. But I am planning on getting some newer graphics cards, and when I do, I'll go into a more in-depth way of overclocking your graphics cards. But, as I said, guys, it's the one thing that people keep overlooking, and that is software. Try these programs. They're all free from Razer right now. If you don't like them, fair enough. Razer Comms I do like because it is very familiar to me. I also use Skype, as you can see down here. These are all my Skype friends that I've known before I was live streaming, and some of my streamers that, you know, like Big Doofus, you've seen him in a live stream. But Razer Comms is very similar to Ventrilo. Again, there are multiple chat programs out there. You've got Ventrilo, you've got TeamSpeak 1, 2, 3, you've got Mumble, there's a whole host. I prefer Razer Comm. Again, it's pretty cool because what it will do is, if I've got other friends that are playing Dawn of War 2 Retribution, it'll automatically grab them and put them in a call with me, without me having to go like Skype, where I'd have to click on their name and then click call and go on through all that bells and whistles, and then they have to alt tab out of the game that they're playing to accept the call and various things like that. With Razer Comms, it's completely different. You can set it after 2-3 rings, automatically answer or automatically decline, which is again another cool thing. The less you have to do this in a game, because there are some games that will crash if you alt tab too much, or some games that just completely lock out the alt tabbing capability. For example, Black Ops 2. If you're in game, you cannot alt tab out unless you're running it in Windows borderless mode, which really hampers on frame rate performance. There are certain MMOs that don't let you alt tab out completely. World of Warcraft being one of them, without downloading mods to allow you to do it. World of Tanks doesn't appreciate it when you alt tab out too many times; it'll crash, especially on the test server. The test server loves it. The test server just sits there and goes, "Please press alt tab, please press alt tab, please press alt tab," and the moment you do crash, ha ha ha, you're waiting in line again for another 3,000 players. So again, guys, I can't stress this enough. Take a look at some apps out there. You know, you download apps for your smartphone. You know, I mean, you know, you download apps for your smartphone. You download apps for your laptop, for your Kindle, for whatever. So why not do it for your PC? And if you're worried about hard drive space, let's see, Game Booster, the actual installation folder, takes up a whopping 22 megabytes. Razer Surround Sound takes up a whopping less than a megabyte, just over a megabyte. You could probably put it on a double density floppy disk. Razer Comms takes up a whopping 37 megabytes. Razer Synapsys takes up 12 megabytes. So again, guys, you don't have to worry about half the things like hard drive space, things like that. Now, I know some people are thinking, well, what about systems impact? How bad is it? Well, again, let's go back to my playback devices. As you can see, my DFX speakers is disabled because you can't run DFX speakers along with Razer Comms. They have conflict issues. So if I want to listen to a crisp, 7.1 surround sound while playing games, I activate my Razer Comms. If I want to listen to a concert, a quality a classical piece, I reactivate my DFX. Again, why? Because I have the options. Again, I paid for my DFX. I don't suggest that you pirate it. I'm not advocating piracy at all on my channel. I don't advocate it whatsoever. If it was up to me, I would firmly, yes, I do have uTorrent right here because certain games that I play, they're automatic downloaders, and I'm looking at you, Repels, and I'm looking at you, Dragon's Prophecy, and Pox Nora. Their auto downloaders get corrupted all the time, and so I have to wait for a torrent to come out on their website, and I will download it via uTorrent legally. Like I said, I'm not an advocate of piracy whatsoever. Granted, I do have some streaming media websites. For example, I go to 2plus.me to watch things like Breaking Bad, things like that. They have commercials, so it's basically the same. It's basically like watching it if I had a regular TV. But again, I do have a regular TV. Everyone has a regular TV. It's just sometimes I I missed like Futurama. I missed Futurama last night because I laid down because I wasn't feeling too good. So I can go back and watch the episode. Or I can go to my Roku, or I can go to my Netflix. Again, I also have Roku, I also have Netflix. I'm a firm believer in paying for what you use. So again, I'm not advocating piracy at all. But guys, again, please, give it a try. Give Razer Surround Sound a try. Trust me, it makes World of Tanks sound completely different. And if you don't believe me, what I'll do is I'll play World of Tanks with regular sound, and then I'll play World of Tanks with Razer Surround Sound, and you'll see the difference between the two. Oh good lord. It is epic. So guys, I'm going to end this video, hit this little small quickie tech video here where they stay safe, have fun, keep your shells flying, keep your enemies dying. Cobra Commander is out.